Hello, we're here on day 6 of our road trip down the coast, which was meant to be a diving road trip, but so far all of our dives have been cancelled. So instead we've gone skiing, we've gone to the Blue Mountains, and we've done some randomness, and now we are here to go for a dive.
I know we finally arrived down in Victoria. We're just outside Melbourne. Melbourne's actually just all the way over there. We're on the other side of Port Phillip Bay, about to dive Rye Pier, that pier right behind us.
So
it's about
exciting.
a 500 metre walk. Apparently really famous for weedy sea dragons, fingers crossed, but also you apparently can see some seahorses as well.
Yeah.
So let's go see what that's all about. Are you excited?
So excited.
Yeah, and I heard it's a little bit cold. It's the middle of winter here in Australia. So
Can't
let's see
feel
how
my
it is.
fingers, and we haven't got in yet.
Yeah. So this could be fun. All right, hope you guys enjoy this. As always, see you guys.
Bye!
We've hired an RV where we're driving from the Sunshine Coast in Queensland all the way down the east coast of Australia to Tassie. And along the way, we're stopping in doing epic adventures, including exploring awesome dive sites. And as we said in the intro, we're here at Rye Pier. Now this is a long walk of a pier. The pier alone was 500 metres. From the car park, it was even longer. And we are in dry suits, steel tanks, and a lot of heavy gear. So we were feeling this walk. But we were so excited looking at how amazing this visibility looked, even though it was a little bit cold. And even some of the locals were planning to go for a little swim, and you're going to see their reaction in just a sec. Yeah, as you saw, that young lad was planning to go for a swim in a shorty at 11 degrees of water. And he screamed when he touched the water. He was like, nope, not doing that. They chickened out of going for a swim, and I don't blame them, because we were in dry suits and we were feeling the cold a little bit as well. One thing that surprised us was how good the visibility was. Now, you got to time this dive site, as we were told by local dive centres, to get the right conditions, right tidal, and wow, we got so lucky. And everyone from Victoria were telling us, you guys have come at the perfect time to go dive these piers, because the visibility and the conditions are spectacular. And by golly, they were right. We were going around, looking around this beautiful dive site, trying to find weedy sea dragons. We were looking in the seagrass, the kelp and everything, having no luck. And then after dive, we heard from some locals that you don't really get them at Rye Pier. It's very unlikely. You get them more at Flinders Pier. Which thankfully, we went and checked that out a couple of days later. So subscribe to not miss that video to see if we actually find weedy sea dragons. We've got some local tips from some local divers. However, this dive site was still not going to disappoint, because we heard there's seahorses everywhere. So that became the mission, find some seahorses. Now I know it's not a seahorse, it's Southern Biscuit Star, but we were looking high and low, round on the pillars, seeing what life we could find, just looking in the kelp, looking in the seaweed, and to be honest, I wasn't having much luck, but Holly spotted one very quickly. And this was the first one of the dive. A big belly seahorse. And this one was just out cruising around, actually moving from one height to another area of coral to blend in. They're very good at camouflaging themselves in, but I just loved watching this seahorse just swim. As you can see, it's got little fins at its head and a tail where it's just swimming away, trying to move through. Now Holly was so excited, and I was just loving that we found the first seahorse. And all these little globefish. These are a type of pufferfish, also similar to porcupine fish, and they were everywhere, hiding behind the kelps, hiding behind pillars. And after that, we were just spotting seahorses left, right and centre. So you just saw, we just found two just sitting out in the open, and then we found another one under a ledge. There was seahorses everywhere at this dive site. Now I don't know about you guys, but I love seeing seahorses, but normally they're very stationary, don't move too much. Here, they seem to be openly swimming around, as if they're very relaxed, knowing it's a safe habitat for them. And throughout the dive, we did 2 dives here in total, but all this video was from one dive. I think we got about 5-6 seahorses in total, and tons of globefish, as you can see. As you can see, Holly has gone and spotted another one. Normally, she can't see anything underwater, but today she was spotting seahorses left, right and centre. She was an awesome spotter. To the point where she was like, cool, another seahorse, let's move on, let's see what else we can find. Now at the end of Rye Pier, there's also little holes that go out to deeper water, further out, where they have an octopus garden. Now we did go out there, there's like old trolleys and sculptures out there to see if we could find the octopus in the octopus garden, but unfortunately we didn't find any octopus there. So we end up moving back to the pier to go spend some more time finding some cool little critters. And this time Holly has found a pipefish. Now pipefish is actually from the same family as seahorses, so they are related, but there was just so many little cool things you could find. And what amazed me, we're in 11 degrees of water, crystal clear water as well, and the pillars are full of sponges and coral and just different things to see, which was truly awesome. But the mission for us on this trip was to find some weedy sea dragons, which we didn't find in this dive, but we were going to a site that was even more famous for them. But what was really interesting, if someone could comment below, especially as a marine biologist, with this globefish you're going to see coming up, he's almost got like some seaweed algae hanging off the back of them. Is that something that he allows to attach to him for camouflage, or is it some growth thing out of him, or is it something he's eaten that's excrementing out? If you guys could tell us in the comments to what that is and why it's hanging off the back of him, we'd love to know, because we were trying to work it out ourselves. But this was truly special, and now it's for the long surface swim back, because we were not going to walk that pier. As always, thank you so much guys, and we'll see you in the next dive.
We are back from our dive. We did about 55 minutes in 11-degree water, which I'm pretty proud of us for doing that long. We didn't quite cover the whole pier, so I think we're actually going to hop in and do more of this dive tomorrow and see if we can find anything else, because we found heaps of seahorses. I saw 5. Mark saw the 3 that I showed him and apparently couldn't find any of his own. We also saw some pipefish, and we saw some heaps of fish that we've never seen before, but we're going to hop back in and hope to find some weedies and maybe some other stuff on the next dive. See ya!